right, you are live.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Power Hour. Sorry about that. Between Joey and I, we're both sitting here. Joey just called me up and said, "Hey, you got Power Hour." I said, "When?" He says, "Now." I was like, "Oh, all right. So give me my chat, Joey, just so I can see."
I need a Chrome window.
Okay, let me get you a window. Let me get you a window. Oh, crap. Did I just hang up on you? So I just hung up on Joey. And I can't see the chat right now, so I apologize. Joey, call. There you go. Yeah, I know I hung up on you. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Bring this over. There you go. I can't even see what the chat is saying. Hopefully, you guys can hear me at least loud and clear.
Blue's here. He said better late than never.
All right. And I am so sorry. So.
Share it again.
Share. Okay. Share. That screen. Let me give you control. Okay.
Just pop your program open. We can go right into the program if you want to.
Program is open.
Okay.
All right. So Joey's getting me the chat so I can see the chat. Good thing that there's not a lot that I have to prep for on this live stream. So we're going to get, once he gets me set up, we're going to get right into the program and we're going to start looking at some stocks. So a lot of stocks are making some moves today. Gold was rising yesterday, and then it fell off today. Why? Because Chinese news, possibly getting a deal with China. And you know something, gold is going to keep doing that. Gold is going to move based on what's going on with China. If the China news looks promising, gold's going to hurt. If there's still more ambiguity in the market in regards to tariffs, gold's going to do well. That's how gold is going to work right now. It's done a good job because of all the ambiguity that we've had, right? And now, China's going to, gosh dang it, China's going to be the biggest catalyst that moves this market at any point in time. And I think that's what everybody's looking for. That's what everybody is looking for. They're looking to see when China's going to be off this 145% tariff. All right. The Fed talks today. Ryan and I will be live when the Fed talks today. He's not going to, I doubt very seriously he's going to cut. The China talks have been termed as preliminary, nothing more. Preliminary is better than no talks. Last week, China was like, no, we are not having talks with the U.S. Preliminary takes it a bit further. So, Bill, whether it's nothing more than just preliminary, it weighs heavy on the market, as far, in my opinion. All right, that is my opinion. But, when I look at the market, because we're going to take a look at that in a second. When I look at the market's trend, that uptrend, the trend line that I've drawn is slowly but surely being approached. Today, it looked like it fell below. We'll see what happens for the rest of the day, and we'll go from there. So we'll see what's going on. Joey, am I set up? Yeah, I'm not set up perfectly, but I'm good enough. Let's go start off with the market timing graph. Let's start there. We're going to look at stocks, of course, but I'm trying to talk about what's going on. There it is. There's my trend line. Let me move this over a little bit. There's my trend line, and where are we? A tad bit below. There we go. We got to see what happens for the rest of the trading day. We got a lot of trading day left. I'm looking at the MTI, right smack dab on one. Keeping your eyes on the trend. The trend is still in place. All right. Overall, the trend is still in place. Until it's not, then from a market timing perspective, you just sit still. All right. What's up, Horace? You sit still. Roger is tuning in from Soggy, Arizona. Notification just received. What's your name is, Joey? Joey had to put the alert out for me. So this is definitely going to be super duper on the fly. Super duper on the fly. Skyper Hawaii vacation bonanza. Are you in Skyper? Are somebody in Hawaii? Is someone in Hawaii? Oh my gosh, and they didn't invite me? I'm mad. Stop sneezing, Joey. Oh my gosh, you're so loud. Can you turn on my desktop audio? There we go. All right. So if you went to Hawaii and you didn't take me, I'm playing my crickets. Let me clear my chat as well. Let me clear my chat. Did you take my mouse again? No. All right. Clear. Put that on and put that on. All right. Bitcoin is getting closer to 100K. It is. I talked about this in the Jockey Club this morning. I saw a news article on a congresswoman getting the approval from the current administration to buy 1 million Bitcoin. More and more people are getting on board. Again, I'm just waiting for another FTX to happen. And then we'll see. All I'm saying is be careful. Hims, somebody says Hims didn't last long. I thought that was a good play on words. Somebody said Hims didn't last long. With Glenn Tompkins is the bomb. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. Hims didn't last long. Somebody said that in the Jockey Club this morning, too, and I thought that was super funny. I'm not sure how many people caught that reference in saying that, but what happened to Google? I don't know what happened to Google. Must have went down. We did buy Amazon. I got an order in for Amazon in the Jockey Club this morning, too. I did put an order in. Crypto Killjoy. Is that what maybe that should be my name. Crypto Killjoy. Let's go look at crypto. Let's go look at BTC. Look at iBit. Look at BitO. Let me see. BTC is on the move. It's coming up on a 3-month high. All right. I may not like crypto, but I'm going to give you the opportunities to make money. Look at that. Nice level of resistance on BTC. Average volume is falling, though. That's on BTC. That's on iBit. Challenging a level of support. Also, a 3-month level of a high of 56.83. It's trading at 55.24. And what else? BitO. I need this to fade this gap. The level, what's this level? 21.79. I got another level right there, and it's outside of its uptrend. And moving sideways. So Apple is launching a new AI search. I don't know how I feel about that. Bad news about not as many using it on the iPhone. Google News. I don't use it. I don't use Google News. Glenn, meanwhile, history was made yesterday. First ever commercial real estate place for sale accepted meme token. Really? I didn't know that. Again, as much as I don't like crypto, if it's going to give you an opportunity to make money, I'd be choosy about which ones I take. BitO, I'm not all that on board with. iBit, I'd wait for it in a buy. I'd look for it to go above that level of resistance, and same thing with BTC. All right, so they may be. What else am I going to? I'm going to put on another layout for you to have gotten in earlier. Where is it? 3.8. 3.8 on BTC was way back here. I don't mind. There's 2 industries where I don't mind using the 3 and the 8. Outside of Bitcoin, what you think is the other industry that I would use, because it's more of a speculative space? What other industry do you think I would use the 3 and the 8 to get you in early? It's something that Ryan and I have talked about for a while. What other industry, if you want to get in early, knowing that it's a speculative space, what is the other industry that I could use the 3.8 on? Anybody? Bueller. No, I know Disney's on fire. I don't know why. Sherry, I don't know why. Do you know, I saw a story where a man tried to take, AI is not it. Quantum is it, Ross. Quantum is it. I saw a story on a guy who was trying to take his family of either 4 or 5 to Disney, and it was costing him over $900 a day to go to the park. That's crazy. You want to take your kids to the most magical place in the world, $900 a day? Who does that? You know who can do that? I'll tell you who can do that. The boomers, Gen Xers. That's who's carrying the market. I talked about that in the Jockey Club as well today. It's going to be the boomers and the Gen Xers. Anybody other than that is going to have a hard time trying to take their kids to Disney. I talked about this in the Jockey Club as well this morning. It's the Gen Xers and the boomers who have their kids back in their house right now. I'm one of them. Got your kids back in the house. Why? Because they're having a hard time doing it on their own. Take a cruise. I'm going back to Hawaii. Janet's like, well, listen, I'm gonna put my foot down, and I said, either you're going or you're not. But I'm going to Hawaii. I'll let you know how that works out. All right, I'll let you know how that works out. But there it is, BTC early entry on 4/11. Early entry on IBIT same date, and on BITO same thing. Not on there's the trend line. There's the 3 and the 8. On those more aggressive industries, like right now, gold and quantum are probably my places where I'd use the 3/8 to gauge when to get in. All right. Daytona takes $2,100 just to rent kids. What? That's crazy. All right. So Disney's on the run. Let's go to the viewers tab. Let's go to the watch list viewers. Let's go to Power Hour. Do I have, what we got? Nothing's in there. I'm not going to do a generic portfolio today. I'm strictly going to look at yours. All right, Glenn, how about ETH or ETHE? Let's go look at ETH. All right, put your stocks in. ETH, comma, ETHE, comma, anything, and I don't go. Sherry says she lives there in Daytona and they don't go. I'm not going, and I don't live there. I told Jockey Club this morning, I said, the first and only time I was in Disney, when I went there, they were still building the Epcot Center. That's just how long ago it's been since I've been to Disney. And we got 6-7 grandkids between us now. I would love to take them to Disney. But, man, my grandkids better get a job so they can help pay for this trip. I'd like to hear your view on, is that General Dynamics? What is GD? Yeah, General Dynamics, comma, Decker Outdoors, comma, DEFTF, WRD, UAMI. I do like UAMI. I just don't know if I like it right now. NFLY, that's the yield max for Netflix. STRL. I do like Tempest AI, TEM, comma, MRVL. Goodness gracious, you guys are giving me a lot of stocks. PLMR. You know I'm not putting Pats in there. All right, how many stocks is that? I'll give you another round. But I got 19 stocks. Let's go look at EONGY. That will give you 20. EONGY. That'll give you 20. All right. So the beautiful thing about the Power Hour is when we build a watch list of stocks, the magic already starts because these stocks are listed by way of our master indicator VST. So the stocks that have the best combination of value, safety, and timing will automatically migrate to the top of the list. All right. So with that being said, you get me a lot of stocks that have VST above 1. The stocks that have VST below 1s, crypto, Marvel, Tempest AI, and WeRide. All of those present a flag if I own them. A lot of these all present a flag because they have relative VSTs below 1. Now, not only that, they all have RTs below 1. Not only are they hurting because of VST, but they're hurting because they're not in uptrends. So again, if these are stocks that you own and you're wondering, wow, what does VectorVest say about them? VectorVest says, well, they're up today. 3 out of the 5 are up today. And Tempest being up over like 4%. 2 of them are down. Look at that. Marvel is down over 11%. WeRide is down close to pushing 6%. But nonetheless, overall, they all have RTs below 1. I'd rather, if you're going to give me a stock to look at or a stock that you're trading, I'd rather have you in a stock that's got an RT above 1 because at least you know that the stock's in an uptrend. Now, Same list of stocks, of 20 stocks, which stocks have the best upside potential to outperform the market over the next 1 to 3 years? DeFi Technologies has a relative value of 1.62 on a scale between 0 and 2. Above 1 is favorable. The stock should outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. From a long-term perspective, that's what you're looking for. Stocks that have the upside to outperform AAA corporate bond. Sterling is in there. Deckers, HIMS that couldn't last too long, is up in there too with an RRV of 1.53, up a little bit today. The Bank of New York Mellon, Palomar. Where's Palantir? Palantir is in here. How about this? Palantir doesn't have that upside capability or potential, but it makes money. It's got a relative safety above 1, and it's got an RT above 1. How many of you are still holding Palantir? Type of 1 in the room. I am still holding Palantir. How many of you are still holding Palantir even after they beat the hell out of everything and they still went down? I still own Palantir. Even with the pullback, I'm still up over 30% on the trade. All right? I'm still up over 30% of the trade. I know some people in the room did sell it. And there you go. Roger says got stopped out yesterday. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And for me, I would just look for it. I still like the stock long term, even though the RV and the stock is way overvalued. That's one of the reasons why I think it went down. The stock is considerably overvalued. Whether you look at PE, which we don't, we look at the intrinsic value we put on the stock, 1142. Stock's trading at 108. That's a lot way overvalued. It is. I still like what the stock has to offer. I still like they continue to get contracts globally. I still like that they're in the defense space as well as the AI space. So those are the things that draw me to it. And I think those same things draw people to the stock that push the stock's price higher. People are willing to pay a premium to own the stock. All right. Disney announces the Abu Dhabi theme park and report. Yeah, I saw that story too. I don't know. Do I want all that sand in my roller coaster? You know, if you're going down, what if you get a big sandstorm? You're going to be on a roller coaster and a sandstorm comes through? I don't know if I want to do that. Top defense stocks and a ton of wars. How do you think the market will be affected if the India-Pakistan conflict escalates? You know, they both own nukes. And I just say that because you got to say that. They both own nuclear. They both are nuclear capable. These countries have been fighting forever. It's just escalated. I don't know how much more it escalates from here. I just don't think it does. But that'd be bad. More conflict in the Middle East is bad. All right, oil's going up. Oil's going to go up if any of these Middle Eastern countries that have oil get hit. Then oil goes up. All right, so oil right now is on standby as India and Pakistan go through all of this. All right, it's on standby. I'm going to buy Palantir under $100. I don't know if it gets under $100. Let me go look at that real quick. Does anybody think Palantir gets under $100? There's 100. Anybody at that level of support is pretty much right there at just about at $100. Does anybody think? Type a yes or a no. Does anybody think Palantir gets below $100? Yes or no? I'm looking at this little rebound today. Not a lot. The 3 and the 8 just crossed today. I got a level of support. I don't think it gets below $100. All right? I don't think, and I think after Powell talks, I don't think Palantir still goes below $100. You know, and the Fed's going to move the market in that if he says no to a cut, I think the market bakes this in. Sherry, I don't disagree with you, but I do disagree with you to a certain degree. I disagree only that I think the non-cut is baked in. The way that he will move the market, whether to the upside or to the downside, would be if he's hawkish or dovish. That's what I think is going to move the market, Sherry. That's what I think is going to move the market. Not just in general. I think the non-cut is baked in. So I don't think it gets below $100. But listen, I'm telling you, if you own it right now by way of the 3 and the 8, you might want to think about taking half off the table. All right, or all of it. If you're still long-term on it, take half off the table. if you're like, man, I don't want to go through all of this, take it all off the table, but I do have a level of support sitting here about 98. Let me push it right up to 100. I'll push it right there. It is 100. I don't think it gets below 100. We'll see. All right, RT is still above 1, even though it's fallen. Earnings per share, I'm looking from a technical standpoint. It just fell below the trend line, and the 3 and the 8 just closed to the downside today. All right, let's go look at all of these stocks real quick now. All right, that was all that I had to give on Palantir, but I talked about Palantir last night. How many of you watched the Palantir video last night? Just type the word me. If you didn't watch the Palantir video last night, type the word no. And I think the whole idea of how Palantir did what it did, it was dead even on earnings, but it blew the flying flip out of revenue and revenue growth. It blew it out the freaking water, which was in and of itself one of the super most bullish things that they could have said. And the guidance was still on point. Why did it go down? You want to find out why it went down, why I think it was going, why I thought it was going down? Watch last night's video. All right, it won't disappoint. But there's several reasons why I think the stock went down even after reporting really good earnings and revenue. Okay. All right, DETEF. I like the move. It's still in an uptrend. I gave a buy point on it of 314. Guess what? It never hit it. It never hit it. I love that it's undervalued, rising value. It never hit it. This is why I like to give these points for you to keep in mind. The 3 and the 8 are still good. Shrinking, but right at that level of resistance, all right, which is at 314. It's pie. Hey, it's sitting there at pie. All right, but I'm looking from a prudent standpoint and getting in. That's my buy point on that. That's my buy point. HWM, hold on. Did I put HWM in here? I don't think I did. I'm going to put that in there because I want to talk about that. HWM. And now let's go look at the graphs again. Sherry. That was a sneaky way to get your stock in. Stop being sneaky. Nope. Lax. Nope. Not yet. I'm mad at Sherry, but I wanted to talk about it. All right. I'm mad at Sherry for putting that in sneakily, but I did want to talk about it. Palantir has too many new contracts on the table to be bearish. But you know the problem? I'm going to talk about that too, A. Fox. You know what the problem is with all those contracts? If there's talk about budget cuts on defense, with all those contracts that Palantir has in place, you made me speak out one of the secrets from last night's video. Go watch the video. I got 3 things of why I think Palantir went down. All right, you don't have many of mine. FEO Safu, I'm going to give you another chance at stocks. Problem is, y'all got to let me watch these first, or else I'm not going to have time for a second tranche of stocks. All right, stop putting them in there. Thank you, Joey. There's the video from last night. So if you keep putting stocks in here, Sherry, and I have to go add more stocks to this, Sherry, then it's going to slow me down from you looking at another list of stocks. Sherry, you know I'm messing, right? You do know I'm messing. All right, Sterling, love this play. Look at that. Let me go and put that all the way up, put that all the way up, put that all the way. Stock is still trending higher. This is why I like to look at not only the fundamentals in the stock, relative value above 1, relative safety above 1. Fundamentally, the stock is sound. Technically, the stock's in an uptrend. The stock is undervalued. Another fundamental play. Earnings per share, fundamental play. RT, a technical play. You put all that together, Sterling matches up to exactly what you're looking for in a stock right now. Sterling matches up to that. And guess what? If you want a way to get out of the stock, if you think it's getting too high, use the trend line. If it breaks down below the trend line, again, fundamentally, I like this play. Budget cuts should hit traditional defense stock. Palantir unlikely. I don't know. Even with all of the new contracts that Palantir is getting, I think if there's some defense cuts, Palantir is going to feel the effect. I don't think they can get around it. Bijal says, how to use Fibonacci to find where a stock is going. I don't use Fibonacci. All right. Draw it from the low to the high. I got to reset this because these lines are horrible. Right now, the stock is looking like it ain't so pretty right now. It could be getting to a level of resistance. That's a 3-month graph. There's a 6-month graph. Well, I got space. I got space at least up to this high. I'm not a fan of Fibonacci. So, Bijal, I'm going to tell you to go look it up. I'm not a big fan of Fibonacci. So I usually won't talk about there's too many other things that I can talk about. I'm going to give you a level of resistance of 206.92, 205.92. I got space for this to run. I love that it broke through 2 levels of resistance in a trend line up, rising earnings per share, rising RT. I like Sterling. There's a video on YouTube to learn fibs. Thank you, FEO Safu. Disagree on Palantir getting cut. We'll see. We'll see. You know me. The stuff that I give that's VectorVest, I tell you that's VectorVest. The stuff that I think is personal, I tell you that is personal as well. That's what I think. All right, we'll see though. Let's go to the next one. Let's go back to a 1-month graph. Decker Outdoors is flat. 3-month graph, it's begrudgingly going up. The 3 and the 8 did cross. The 3 and the 8 did cross on Decker on 424. The stock's still going up. I can see a clear trend line. But it's not super up. It is moving up. I love that it's undervalued. RT is below 1. You know something? I like the 3-8 cross. I like the trend line. What I'm looking for, if you're not in it yet, let's wait for RT to get above 1. RT is sitting at 0.79. All right, but now for those of you who are in it, that's a more aggressive play because the RT hasn't shown you that it's in an uptrend yet, but the trend line does. I would really like to see RT go above 1. All right, but if you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'd say wait for RT. Is it going to be a penny stock? Can you analyze PACB? I'm going to see if the longer you keep asking me for more stocks, the longer it's taking me to get through these stocks. Let me get through these stocks. HIMS, that was an earnings play. Yep. Look at where it stopped, right at resistance at 52.35. If this stock's got legs to go to the upside, I'd put it in order 12 cents higher than the high, 35, 45, 47. I'd look at 50 buy point, 52.47. I'm going to put that on the graph. 52.47. Buy point, 52.47. I'm going to put just BP. Buy point, 52.47. I'll put that on the graph. So the next time we come back and look at that, we'll see if it hit. That's what I'm looking for as a buy point based upon where it is right now. Love the 3.8. I can draw a trend line. That's great. It is overvalued. Value is leveling out. That doesn't make me feel great, but there's a lot of stocks that are moving up that are overvalued. Rising volume, look at that. Coming into earnings, we got a lot of trading days still left. I do like the play. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, that's where I'm looking at a possible buy point based on the graph. Why? Because I'm trading the chart, not my heart. Everybody understand that? Yes or no? All right, no matter what you think about the stock or what happened with earnings and all that kind of stuff, before you go buy into it, earnings could be a good reason to buy into it, but trade the chart, not your heart. Does everybody understand that? I need everybody to answer that because I need your heads to start getting into that, no matter what earnings say, no matter what the market says, no matter what an analyst says. One person says yes. Oh, heck to the no. I need you guys to get that mentality of trading the chart, not your heart, no matter what anybody says, to include myself. I told you how I felt about Palantir, all right? But I'm looking at the chart. The chart is telling me what? You shouldn't probably be in Palantir right now. I'm going against that based on that. I'm not trading sigh, because in a sense, I'm trading my heart. Son of a boop. I can't say that. I ain't going to lie. Right now, I'm trading beyond the chart. I'm not going to lie. I have to own up to that. I'm going to cry a little bit. I'm going to have to own up to that. But it's you know something? A lot of you out there are still trading your hearts. All I can do is yell at you. And right now, everybody can yell at me. Go ahead. You can yell at me right now because Palantir, I'm trading my heart. Go ahead. If you want to give it to me like I give it to you, give it to me. There you go. Thank you, Smack This. All right, give it to me. I'll take it. But I know things about Palantir. That's what I know. But I ain't gonna lie. They say the B word on TV. I'm not saying it here because Joey's gonna throw me under the bus if I do. Ooh, Ray, you know what you know what Glenn said? Joey is gonna freaking throw me under the bus. And I'll be like without a job. Right, Joey? Say yes or no. Don't lie either. Joey, you would throw me under the bus if I said the B word. Yes or no? He might not be sitting at the computer. That's fine. But I think he would straight up throw me under the bus. All right. Furby, that's right. Furby, trade the chart, not your heart. B word, Boston Celtics. How about the Knicks beat the Celtics? First game. Wow. I did not think that was happening. I thought the Knicks were going to be swept. But how about that? I'm only in a stock as long as it benefits me. Nothing wrong with that, smack this. All right, let me get through these stocks. Next one. Bank Mellon. Ooh, I love that it's undervalued, rising. RT's, I like this play. This is sort of like the Sterling play. Yes? Look at that nice rise. All right, look at the 3 and the 8 went bullish on here on 424. And look at the move. Earnings was back here. Combination of a trend line in 3 and the 8, man, it's kind of unique. It works. And that's all technicals. I look at the fundamentals of the stock. RV above 1, RS above 1. Fundamentally, the stock is fine. RT above 1, stock's in an uptrend. Man, how about that analysis, folks? This is what the Power Hour is all about. Palomar. Bottom left, top right. Woo! If you're in it, leave it alone. Big selling pressure today. Candlestick pattern known as a shooting star. All right? Shooting star or gravestone doji. I'm not ready to call that really a doji. Where's more of a doji on here? That's a doji there. That's a doji there. Not ready to call that a doji, but that is a shooting star, which could be a bearish reversal. Reversal. So I would keep my eyes on that. Jake said boo about the Knicks because you're a hater. It's okay. It's okay to be a hater. It's all right to be a hater. I don't think we win any more games. I just don't. I think we just won. But Boston is a much better team than New York. Did you get into the hood? I was born in the hood, Bill. I was born in the hood, but I didn't get into it today. All right, so watch Palomar. Does have a big wick at the top, some selling pressure. Uami just recently broke through today a level of resistance. Be careful until it takes out that high if you're not in it. If you are in it, leave it alone. The 3 and the 8 said it was okay. Now it's broken through a level of resistance. Be careful with it. It's still got to get past the headwinds. It's got to get past the headwinds of the high, which is at 385. You're only about 10 cents away, 10, 12 cents away. You're going to catch headwinds right here. All right? And it probably, if it gets up there, it's probably going to test this level of 360 as a level of support. All right? It is overvalued, but value is rising. RT's above 1. Volume is okay. So you want me, if you're in it, leave it alone. If I'm not in it, prudently, I'd like to wait 5 cents. I'd look at a buy point of about 390. I got a buy point about 390. Looking at Tupac, that's Tudor. Yeah, tell me that doesn't look like Tupac. Type of LOL if you feel that. Type of LOL in the room. Don't be lying. How many of you are going to now look at that as Tupac? Type of LOL in the room. All right, let's go take a look at this. All right, it's moving up. It's moving on up to the east side. Undervalued. Value is falling. Be careful of that. RT is not above 1. It's at 0.97. So it is moving. For those of you who are in it, you're in it a little aggressively because RT never confirmed that it was in an uptrend. Fine. All right, but it is in an uptrend. 3 and the 8 look good. If you're in it, leave it alone. But be careful. If RT starts to fall more or it breaks down below this trend line, you probably want to be out of it. You know me, I'm not going to buy on a down day. So I'm not going to say it's okay to be in it today. But if you're already in it, leave it alone. Let the graph talk to you. All right, let the graph talk to you. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm not going to get to another tranche of stocks because you guys asked a whole lot of questions. Woo! Bottom left, top right, rising value. Good. Googly muggly. Was that earnings? Look at that. I got a big jump up today. It's not earnings. Something happened today. Who gave me EONG? Good. Googly muggly. That is like Sterling. And what was the other stock we saw? Sterling. Look at this. Look at that. That's on a 3-month graph. Hold off on the stocks. I told you I'm not looking at them. I'm not gonna have enough time to do another tranche of stocks because you guys keep putting more stocks in there. Please, Glenn, I need you to look at a couple of mine. FEOS software. I got to get through these stocks first. I love this play. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not in it, I'm gonna give you a buy point. If you're not in it, I'm gonna give you a buy point. Ooh, it might be already above it. What's that? 1797. Let's just call that 18. I'm going to put in a buy point at 1812. It's right there. I'm going to put in a buy point at 1812. Buy point. 1812. That's my buy point on this stock right now. Love it. If you're not already in it, that's a good buy point, I think. Just keep your eyes on it. All right. If you're already in it, leave it alone. Little indecision today, but right there at that level. All right, let's go to the next one. GEV, Energy Clean. That's second energy stock. Well, that was utility stock. Yeah, that was utility, electric. This is clean energy coming off this level of support, broke through this level of resistance, still moving high. That's on a 3-month graph. That's on a 6-month graph. I do have a 6-month level of resistance sitting at 445.28. Currently trading at, I got room to let this go. Now, it is overvalued. Value is starting to rise a little bit over the last 6 months, but it is overvalued. RT is above 1. Fundamentally, the stock makes money. Relative value above 1. Relative safety above 1. RT is above 1. It's a lot going on. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You know what, though? You got to have a JOB if you want to be with me. And right now, it's got the JOB of making some money. Love the bounce off support, breaking through resistance. 3 and 8's positive. This stock's got some room. If you're not in it, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high to get you in. 12 cents higher than the high. Watch volume, though. Volume is falling. That's a flag. It won't stop me from getting into the stock, but it is a flag. Trending down on volume, that's not purdy. That's not purdy right there. But the graph overall, draw a trend line, new high, overvalued. I'd watch that as well, but volume is a flag. That's not gonna stop me though from getting into it. Next one, General Dynamics from the high trending down. Now I do like that the stock is undervalued, but value has fallen over the last 3 months compared to where it was 3 months ago. RT is above 1. Relative earnings per share is up. There's my trend though. I'm not trending higher. All right, I'm not trending higher like we were on some of the other stocks that we just looked at. GD is trending lower. Now, what am I looking for if I'm not in it, even though it's undervalued? All right, what am I looking for? I'm looking to see it break above this trend line. More prudently, that's aggressively. More prudently, I'm looking for it to break above this level of resistance sitting at 281.29. All right, aggressively, if it breaks up above, if it misses, GEV missed. You messed up. You missed it. Volks, okay. GD, wow. Neil, why did you put all that stuff at one time? Goodness gracious. Because I'm not sure what you're talking about. Wow, you missed Eon. Did I miss a stock? You missed Eon. How did I miss it? 1812 by GEV missed. You missed it. What did I miss? I think that's a good buy point. I'm sticking to that. All right, I'm going to stick to that. GEV, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high before we get in. I need to get through these. You guys are not going to get another tranche of stocks. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to be able to get another tranche of stocks. I only got about 17 minutes left. UEC, uranium. All right, uranium, clearly see that it's moving up. It's moving on up to the east side. Look at this. It broke through a swing. It broke through a 3-month swing high. Look at that. What would be my buy point? What is that? 578.83. 583. I'm going to put that up there. 583. I'm actually going to give it 2 more cents. 585. Buy point. $5.85. That's my buy point on BP, and it's got room. I'm gonna have headwinds right at this level of resistance of 694. All right, I'm not feeling the value. I'm not feeling the value. RT just went above 1. There's the trend line. There's the 3 and the 8. There's the RT. Not feeling the earnings per share, but the stock is moving. I got a closed green candle today. We'll see how that works out. But if you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, that's my buy point for you right now. We're not far from it. That's my buy point for you right now. All right, next one. Ooh, Marvel. How about the 3 and the 8 just crossed today? How about the 3 and the 8 just crossed today? I put here as it was going, not yet. And right now, I'm not feeling it. RT is below 1. I'm not feeling Marvel. I'm not feeling Marvel. Earnings is falling. RT is falling. People are selling it. Look at the bump up in the volume and the negative volume. I'm not feeling that. Not yet. I got a downtrend. It's still in the downtrend. There's nothing that I see good, positive about Marvel right now. There's the aerospace and defense stock. I do like it. You notice how the stock's price is pulling so far away from the trend line? This is where moving averages come into place. This is the trend. All right, there's the upward trend right there. I'd look at the 3 and the 8 as a way to get out. That's on a 3-month graph, 6-month graph, 6-month high, 1-year high. Ooh, so now we're in uncharted territory. All right, we're in uncharted territory. The stock is hitting at a 1-year high. How many of you are afraid to buy a stock at a 1-year high? Type of 1. How many of you are not afraid to buy a stock at a 1-year high? Type of 2. All right, how many of you are afraid to buy a stock at a new 1-year high? Type of 1. If you're not afraid, type of 2. Good. I'm glad that I got a lot of 1s. All right? I'm glad that I got a lot of 1s. Let me show you something. Oh, I'm not going to buy this stock because it's at a new high. What did the stock do? It pulled back, but what overall, what did it do? Hit a new high. Oh, I'm not going to buy a stock that hit this new high. Boom, new high. Oh, the stock went up, found a new high. I'm not want the stock anymore because it's at a new high. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I see that most times stocks pull away from the high? Absolutely. Absolutely. So if nothing else, if you're afraid to buy a stock that's got a new high, put it in a watch list. Put it in a watch list and wait for it to come back to you, because stocks that keep hitting new highs are stocks that you want to keep your eyes on. All right? The stocks you want to keep an eye on. And I'm looking at this stock. Even though I'm doing it on the fly, I'm looking. New high. Pull back. New high. Pull back. Not a new high. New high. And hasn't pulled back yet. Hasn't pulled back yet. But history shows me on this stock that once it hits a new high, it's got an opportunity to pull back. I'd put this in a watch list as well. All right? I'd put this in a watch list as well. All right? I don't want you to be afraid of buying stocks that hit a new high, because they consistently keep hitting new highs. Look at this 1-year graph. All right? But maybe if you don't like it at a new high, put it in a watch list and watch for a better buying opportunity. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? For everybody who typed a 1, does that make sense to everybody in the room who typed a 1? All right? I am all about holding a stock. You know, look at that. Hit a new high. The 3 and the 8 held. All right? Hit a new high. The 3 and the 8 failed. So maybe you look for the stocks that hit a new high, right? Put them into a watch list and wait for the 3-8 to cross. Look at that. New high, right? New high, pulled back, 3-8 crossed. 3-8 got back in. Almost took out the last high, but not quite. Here we are, 3-8. And we're still going. I like that idea. Put it into a watch list. All of y'all need to have a hit list of stocks that you need to keep your eyes on. You all do. You all do. All right, let's keep, I like that idea. Thank you for honestly answering that question too. 3-month grab, chef, retail food, 3-8 crossed win. You know something, that this wouldn't have hit my radar even on the 3-8 cross, because I got no trend. This would have bypassed my thought process, only because I truly don't have no trend. I had sideways move when the 3-8 hit, but look at that nice move. Broke through a level of resistance right here, moving up. I've got a 3-month, that is a 3-month level of resistance sitting right at about 66.18. I got some room. After earnings, the stock has been going up. After earnings, the 3-8 cross right before earnings or right at earnings. I got room on this. What am I looking for? 12 cents higher than the high. But I am going to catch headwinds at 66.18. All right, next one. Let's go to the next one. ETH, crypto. I don't even want to talk about it. RT is not above 1, so RT is not backing up the move. Okay? The 3.8 is still in place. That's all I got. The 3.8 is still in place. I got a couple of levels of resistance right here and a swing high right here. That's about it. Maybe I do have trend if I go back to the low. Freehand line. Yeah, maybe I got a little bit of trend. There you go. It's moving up. But I'm coming to my first headwinds right at 1762. We're at 1707. Can it break through? And if it does, my next headwinds is going to be at 1971. After that, I got good upside to this level of the 3-month side, the 3-month high. There you go. $26.58. This is where my buy point would be, right here. But if you're a little bit more aggressive, the 3 and the 8 says okay. It does say it's okay, but let's get through this level of resistance. All right. So that's one of the ETFs that are in there. There's ETHE. Again, there's the trend line. There's my level of resistance. Next level of resistance, and then my last level of resistance on a 3-month graph. Look at that. The 3 and the 8 are still in place. Now, if you're in this aggressively, knowing that RT is not above 1, based on everything I said, what's your 2 exit points right now? If you're in ETHE, these are the things that I'm teaching you. I need you to repeat back to me. Give me 2 opportunities. If you're in it right now, give me 2 opportunities you would be getting out right now. All right, type it in the chat. There's 2 possible exits right now. What are they? Type it in the chat. I got to see if you people are listening, because you people are just here and you just. What do you mean, you people? Oh gosh, the 3 and the 8 cross. Way to go. That's 1, Bill. What's the other one? Below the trend in 3 and the 8. There you go, Jerry. There you go. You guys are listening. And you know why I want you to listen? Because when you look at any stock as we trade the chart, not our heart, these are things that you look for so that you don't take big losses. These are things that you look for so that you can mitigate, making sure you take profit. Sell calls. You can do that too. Hey, do you want this long term? I'm not selling calls. I'm not selling a cover call on this. I'm looking at the graph. Do I want to hold this long term? I'm not selling a call on this. All right, I'm not selling a call on this. Look at the graph. The graph has got to be moving up for me to think about selling a cover call. I'm not selling a cover call on this. No way, shape, form, or fashion. All right, because we're morons, says Goldcross. Nobody in here is a moron, Joey. Nobody in here is a moron. I am trying to take you guys to another level of investing. This is what the Power Hour is all about, looking at your stocks, making better decisions on the stocks that you put out there, right? That's all I'm saying. It just takes my 75%. You just take your 75% loss and tax defer it. I'm not doing that if I can help it. If I can help it. All right. What else is in here? The yield max. Be careful. The yield max, the distribution will increase while the yield max is going up. Back here, Netflix distribution was probably falling. I still got to do an update on that yield max portfolio. I still got to put those payments in. I've been so busy. Goodness gracious. RGC is crazy. Again, you see how much time I got left? 8 minutes. Look how many stocks I did for you today. Palantir, again, I told you, as looking at the graph, trading the chart, not your heart, today the 3 and the 8 cross. Look at the wick of today's candle. I got a lot of selling pressure. Someone thinks that the stock is going to go down below $100. I don't think it does, but you know something? It might. It might. Earnings came in and the stock went down after stellar earnings. Again, watch the video from last night that talks about some of the reasons why I think the stock went down. But right now, if that's the case, trading the chart says no. It broke down through trend and 3 and the 8 is backing it up. All right. What other stocks do I have? WRD, no, down day today. I do like that the 3-8 crossed. If you're in it, you got in on the 3-8, leave it alone. Right now is a down day. I don't play, but I don't like the earnings, and I don't like the stock is not in a uptrend. That's a downtrending stock. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That looks like poop. Straight up. Poop, poopy doop. All right, down day. I need to see more than the 3 and the 8 go up. I got to see I got to see a lot of things. I got to see RT go above 1. I got to see the stock's price move enough to put me back into a hold recommendation. I got a lot of things to look at. Does that mean that stock's not going to go up? That this could be the start of something good? I don't know. It don't look that good right now. It don't look that good right now. All right, and the last stock, as much as I like Tempest AI, it's in a channel. Earnings came out. Look at the 3 and the 8 still held. The 3 and the 8 still held. Open candle today. Got a little bit of wick at the bottom. Look at a little bit of wick at the top. I got more buying pressure than I have selling pressure, but that's what I'm looking for right there above 6. I'm going to put a buy point. What is that? I'm going to call that $61, and I'm going to put a buy point of $61.12. That's what I'm looking for, and that's a lot of move from 54. $61.12. $61.12. Come on, us. Come on. Buy point 61. So then we come back to it again, you see what your Uncle Glenn thought about it back then and where it is right now. I love the volume. Earnings per share, fundamentally, no. But it's an AI company in software healthcare. RT is moving higher, but not above 1. All right. Here we go. Sigh. I'm so mad at all of you because you guys gave me all those stocks. Did I put it in generic? Sigh, that sucks for me. I didn't put it in 1. All right, go to 2. We're going to look at how much time I got. Not a lot. All right, ASM, FEO, Safu. I'm only going to take 2 of yours. All right, NGD, comma, fungus. ASM, comma, NGD, comma, SoFi, comma, Spotify, comma, I'm not buying a call on Palantir until I see an uptrend. Nothing wrong with that, Michael. Nothing wrong with that. I'm for you in that. MSTU, comma, Halo. I'm only going to take a couple more going JEPQ. I'm going to take that. JEPQ. One more. SUPV. All right. You're welcome. That's all. So it's you see what time I got left? I got 4 minutes left. 4. And we just looked at almost 30 stocks for you. I know it's Power Hour. It's supposed to be looking at stocks. That's what we're doing. All right, that's what we're doing. All right, crack my knuckles real quick. Stocks have the highest VST, gold. All right, so ASM is at the top by VST. So is New Gold. Any other? Spotify. Spotify's got a VST. All of these have a VST above 1. So you gave me relatively good stocks in the second tranche with stocks that have VST above 1. All right, let's go see which stocks have the best upside. This is what we call force ranking, where we can rank on any of these indicators, no matter how many stocks we're looking at. Stocks have the best upside. Gold, all right, Grupo Superville, it's got good upside. And the only 2 that don't have RVs above 1 are the 2 ETFs. But everything else has good upside. Let's go see what's moving up the fastest. There it is, gold. There's ASM has been a good play. When the gold moves, ASM has been a good play. New Gold has got 1.73. Just about every stock in here, even the ETFs, have RTs above 1. All right, let's go look at them real quick. Nice move on silver. Silver and gold is going to be contingent upon what China does. Does everybody understand that? All right, how about this? Does everybody agree with that? Silver and gold will be affected by the action or inaction of a Chinese deal. Do you agree with that? All right, do you agree with that? I say yes. All right, that's all I got to say. I say yes. FEO Safu says his price is 50 cents. You're killing it. You're killing it. All right, but gold looks like it's on the move right now. Be careful, because if a deal comes through, gold's going to get hit. But ASM looks good. There's no bottom left, top right, undervalued. It's moving up so much that it's going to start to come overvalued. It's moving up so much. A lot of people making a lot of money. Just watch that as well. Volume looks good. Let's go to the next one. I don't like this stock, MicroStrategy. They keep buying all this gold, all this crypto. I gave a buy point of $7.95. It's higher than that. I'm going to give you another buy point right now. Right about here. What's that price? $9.31. I'm going to give you a buy point of $9.36. Buy point, $9.36. Now, always remember, these buy points are just looking at the graphs to get me an idea of where the price should be before you buy. All right, right there, 936. Look at that last buy price I gave was 795. Yeah, there it is. And look at that. 3 and the 8 are solid. 3 and the 8 are solid. I'm going to watch it. They're pulling far apart from each other, though. Watch that. So right now, if you're in it, you got 2 points to get out. You got either the 3 crossing below the 8 or this level of support sitting at 791. All right? Either way. Let's go to the next one. Look at the same thing. It's ASM, undervalued, value rising, nice move, bottom left, top right. I can draw a trend line. Freehand line. I can draw a trend line. There it is. Whoop. There it is. Scoop. There it is. All right. I'm going to use that. All right. 3 and the 8 are in play. Man, that's a 3-month graph. Look at the 6-month. Ooh, are we at a 1-year high? We are. This is another one that I would put into your watch list. All right. It's at a new 1-year high. If you're afraid of getting in now, you know what I'm looking for this? I'm looking for it to test this level of support. This level of 373. That's what I'm thinking, because it's at a new 1-year high. I'd put this into your portfolio. RGC, 3,700 year to date. Who in? I'm not in it. I'm not saying it's bad. Superville fell from the high. I got a solid level of resistance sitting at 1582. I'm not thinking about getting in until it starts looking at getting across that. All right. What's the high here? I'll give you a more prudent way to get in. More aggressive is watch the 3-8. Prudently, it's at 1683, 1688. Buy point 1688. Let's go put on buy point. 1688. That's what I'm looking at. And it's a prudent way to get in. That's a prudent way to get in based upon where it is right now. Now, if I'm a little bit more aggressive, I'll wait for the 3 and the 8 to cross. Keep in mind, though, I've got 2 levels to get through as far as resistance. Just keep that in mind. All right, next stock. Spotify is on move. There's the level of support. Broke through, new high. That's 3 months. That's 6 months. That's 1 year. Same scenario. If you're not ready to buy a stock at a new high, put this in the watch list. This would be my level of support to see if it comes back down to that. Listen, if you're in it, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'd look at the 3 and the 8 as a way to get out or that level of support. One of the two. RT is in play. I like the play. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, now, if you want to get into it because the 3 and the 8 and everything is in place, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than today's high. 12 cents higher than today's high. All right. If you're not, this is at a 1-year high, put it into a watch list as a way to get in. And a couple more. Halo as a bio. Where's RV? Above 1. I like a bio that's got RV above 1. You don't find that very often. And it's undervalued with rising value. I like that play. Was that earnings? Yes, it was. Big move up today. And it broke through its most recent level of swing high. Look at that. Broke through that most recent level of swing high. What am I looking at right now? Love everything. RT just went above 1. All right, which gives me some legs. I'm looking at 12 cents higher than today's high. That's 3 months. That's 6 months. And this might be another stock. New 1-year high. New 1-year high. If not, put that into a watch list. Put that into a watch list. All right. I'm not feeling that. That's just moving sideways. The 3 is still above the 8, though. If you're in it, leave it alone. But I'm watching. I'm watching it pretty much do nothing for the last 2-3 weeks. 2 weeks or so. RT is above 1, but it's leveling out. If I'm in it, leave it alone. If I'm not, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. But then I got another swing high to look at right here. All right? I do have a trend, but now it's moving sideways. Moving sideways. Moving sideways. Be careful with it. If you're in it, if the 3 crosses below the 8, that's your opportunity to get out and lock in whatever profit you may have. If I'm thinking about getting into it, which I'm not sure I really want to think about it right now, I got 2 levels of resistance to get through, okay? I'm not even putting buy points on those. Let's go SoFi. I like the move. Look at the wick. The wick is keeping me in under this level of resistance. all right, and moving sideways. It's trying to move higher. Look at all these touches. It did break through, tested it, fell back in. I needed to get out of its own way. $13. I'm going to give a buy point up here, though. 1488, 93, 1493. That's my buy point. That's my prudent buy point. Buy point, 1493. Buy point, 1493. Remember, all of these buy points are just ideas trading on the chart of where to look for a buy opportunity. Right now, it's at 1296. If you're in it, 3 and 8 are in place. RT is right at 1. I'm looking to see if RT falls below 1 on SoFi is the way to get out. And I'm also looking at the 3 and the 8 because this level of resistance may prove to be very beneficial in getting you out at the right time. All right, that's the last stock. There we go. How about that? Man, I gave a lot of stocks today. A lot of stocks. Was it useful? All right, for all my new people in the room, was this presentation useful to you and the stocks that you're looking at? Just type a yes or no in the room. All right, for all the new people that are here, because we always like to have the new people. Always like to have the new people. All right, and if you're new and you like what you saw, consider hitting the subscribe button on the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, we'd love for you to be subscribers to the channel. That's how we grow. For all my regular people, how many likes did we get? 48? What the flying flip? Was this not worth 100 likes? Do I need to go and do this all over again to get 100 likes? Son of a gun. You're going to make me yell, scream, and holler. All right, and you know something? You know me. I'm not going to twist your arm to make you give me likes, you know. If you felt it was beneficial, at least maybe put a smile on your face. Put a smile on your face. Hit the like button. You can go to you could have been at any other channel today, but you were here. We appreciate that. We do appreciate that, and we would love again for you to be subscribers to the channel. All right, Ryan's got the 6 p.m. video tonight. The Fed announcement will be at 2:00. Ryan and I will be there live on YouTube for that as well. 100 likes. Bring donuts. I got donuts. You want donuts? Hold on. What I got? I got orange. Look at that. There you go. It's kind of beat up. My wife gave me the beat up one today. I don't know why. But I got orange. All right. I'm not new. I'm an old goat. And Gold Cross, thank you for being here. Again, thank you all. Roger is here. Gotta love Roger. All right. With that being said, folks, I got to go. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I need to go back to Hawaii. I told the Jockey Club this morning I need to start up a GoFundMe to start up so that Janet and I can go back to Hawaii. All right. Oh man, I need to take a Hawaiian trip once a year. I need to take a Hawaiian trip once a year. It was that amazing. All right. Always remember, there's good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks. See ya.